Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Stephanie. This is the July wrap-up and stats. As I said, this is the July wrap-up and stats. Our middle month of the 2019 year, oh my goodness, has gone, and this, like all the other videos that I do for my wrap-ups and stats videos for the month, is going to be the numbers. And you guys are going to see some book covers, and then of course if there is a special section that you want to look at that I do every single month, make sure you check the description box so you can time jump. I'm okay with that. I know a lot of people, you know, have issues with it. Did you check out my cute new t-shirt? In the screen or in the thumbnail, yes, I got a new batch of reading t-shirts. I'm super excited to show you guys those. Not in this video, but just, you know, watch the channel and you'll see new t-shirts. And it's been a busy month. So I'm jobless, if you didn't know that, and you've been following me or you haven't been following me, I am jobless right now. So this month was absolutely incredible. Oh my goodness, I haven't had a month like this since December of 2018. Last year, when I was trying to push out that 365 books for the year last year, which I did, by the way. And this month, it was just amazing. So let's just get to those numbers and those stats and those pretty things that you guys usually get for the month. So, oh, also, if you want to see the slideshow, at the end, I put all of the books in chronological order so that you can go and check out the weeks to get those reviews as well. And I will leave a couple extra reviews down there because I did some wrap-ups this month. So let's get to those numbers. The numbers. Oh my goodness. I read 39 books this month. Yes, you read that correctly. 39 books. Oh my goodness. Lots of reading got done, and that's because when I go over these readathons, you guys will understand. 24 of those books were audiobooks, 15 were ebooks. Yeah. 12 of them were arcs, and I had 5 arcs that were scheduled. So I got caught up on some arcs. I also had some arcs come in that were not on my schedule, but I ended up reading, and it was amazing. Now for the breakdown of that, that was 169 hours and 44 minutes of audiobooks and a total page count of 9,381. Oh my gosh, crazy. For my star ratings, I had 0 DNFs this month. I had 0 1-stars this month. I had 1 2-star this month. I had 2 3-stars this month. I had 25 4-star books, and I had 11 5-star books. Here's the fun breakdowns of the different categories that I go through every single month. And for Blackout, which is reading Black authors, I read The Wedding Party by Jasmine Guillory, Rife, A Buff Male Nanny by Rebecca Witherspoon, Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert, Whispers in the Dark by Letitia Newton. For Romance Genreathon, this month's category was sports romance. I read Getting Played by Emma Chase, which has a football theme to it. Balls Out by Avery Flynn, which was a baseball themed story. Misadventures of a Rookie by Tony Aleo, which is a hockey story. And I Bet You by Ilsa Madden Mills, which is a football story. For Romanceopoly, I got a few of those spaces done this month. I read Fire in His Veins by Ruby Dixon for the Creature Crescent space. I read Locked Up by Alexa Riley for the Dungeon space. I read Voyeur by Fiona Cole for the Erotic Eves space. And I read The Affiliate by K.A. Lindy for the Faraway Land space. For readathons this month, I participated in, or continued to participate in, a Polycon 20 in 20, and that goes from Memorial Day until Labor Day, and that is where I read as many books as I can from the authors that is appearing at ApolyCon in the year 2020. So I'm supposed to try and read 20 of them, but I've upped that because I am sitting at about 15 or 16 authors already read during this time. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to crush those last 5 authors that I need for this challenge. I also participated in 24 in 48 hours, which is a readathon that you try to read for 24 hours out of the 48, and you can break it down any way you want. I did do a full wrap-up of that, so please check that out down in the description box or in the cards. I participated in Tropathon and the Reading Rush at the same time. It was being held July the 22nd until the 28th. I did a full wrap-up video for that so you can see which books I placed in which categories. Each challenge or each readathon had, I want to say 7 challenges, and I think I only completed 3 or 4 for each of them, but that was an amazing reading week. I did 14 books that week, so yeah. And it was on the tail end of 24 and 48, so there was a lot of readathons going on that weekend to the next weekend. So it started on the 20th of July, and then to the 28th, I had a lot of books that I got read. I also decided to start participating in Reviewathon, which is being held from July the 22nd until August the 30th. It's being hosted by NetGalley. NetGalley is a site, I guess you could say, or a platform where you can request books to review them, and I have 27 books in my queue, and I don't know that I will get to all of them. It would be nice, but some of the release dates aren't until next year, so I kind of want to hold off and read those books closer to the time that they are released. So I do have a few books that are overdue, and I will be trying to get those cleared out of there and, you know, then start working on the ones that are further out later on this year. So super excited about that. In bookish news, the Read Bliss channel, who I am a partner with, dropped my books that should be movies adaptation video just recently, so please go check that out. I give you guys 5 books that would be amazing on the big screen. And for Bookish Events, I did not attend any Bookish Events this month. I was supposed to attend SAS in Charlotte, North Carolina. However, Charlotte is a little more than a day's drive for me, so that would have meant I would have had to take pretty much the entire weekend, and I didn't want to do that, so I forfeited going down there. I wanted to, I really did, but I could not, being jobless and all, I couldn't justify it. Sorry. Now for the fun part, which is my top 5 reads of this month. Oh my goodness. So I had 11 books to check or pick from. I always pick from my top 5 or my 5. I choose my top 5 from my 5-star books, and I had 11 of those this month. So here we go. These are the ones that I did choose, and they're in no particular order, by the way. I chose Whispers in the Dark by Letitia Newton. I picked up this book because at ApolyCon, Letitia did a panel in the dark romance, I think it was called Dark Romances, discussion, and she had me at serial killers falling in love. I was like, haha, yes, I am here for this. This book is a very, very dark in themes. There is sexual abuse that's in here. There's kidnap. There's quite a few other things, but I was here for it. I was so here for it. I mean, I love dark romances anyways. The things that are, you know, borderline tiptoed, very morally gray, morally wrong sometimes, issues that come up in books. I'm here for it, and this one is all about it. And it really deals with that whole murder, torture, kidnapping, like serial killer aspect of it. It was phenomenal. Phenomenal. So amazing. The next book I picked was Royal Gentleman by Christy Pastore. I picked this book because we had been asking Christy for a royalty novel from her, because if you follow her, you know that we're like obsessed. I'm going to put myself in that. We're obsessed with the royal family and everything they do. We like watching their Twitters and their Instagram photos and think that they're beautiful, and loved it, and woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to watch Harry and Meghan get married. And yes, that happened. Yes. So Christy gave us a very different and original story about a royal family, not that royal family, but a different royal family. And I loved that she took the research that she did about royalty, period, and mashed it up into something very different than the traditional, oh, you know, it's an interracial couple, or the fact that it's the Playboy prince that's finally getting married. Nope. This book is about a royal family that gets ousted from their country, and then they come back, and you get to see sort of a childhood crush situation turn into something more. There's a little thriller that goes along with it, or suspense that goes along with it, because of their re-rise to power, and I was here for it. I was so here for it. It was so good. I really, really, really enjoyed it. The next book that I picked was Rafe, A Buff Male Nanny by Rebecca Weatherspoon. This book had been on my radar for a little while. People were like, you need to read this. It's an interracial contemporary. I'm here for my interracial contemporaries. I'm here for my interracial anythings. Period. Because I like to find books that I can relate to, being in a interracial relationship myself, and if an author does a really good job of that, I'm all for it. So in this story, you have a doctor who, mind you, when I read it, I was like, oh, that's Maggie from Grey's Anatomy, another one of my favorite shows. Yes, so I was like, okay, we got Maggie. We got Maggie right here as our main character. She is a prodigy when it comes to being a doctor. She's young, but she has 2 kids, and her nanny was horrible. So she fired that nanny, and she needed an emergency nanny, and in walks Rafe, this ginger bearded god, tattooed, rides a motorcycle. I was like, yes, please. And then her kids were just so adorable. They get dialogue, and they get part of the story, and I was here for it. Rafe and our main female character, our Maggie character, she's not named Maggie. For some reason, her name is Sloane. Rafe and Sloane have this like sexual attraction right off the bat. I was like, yes. And then in walks these sassy kids that are just superb. I mean, it's like it was like a moment of what kids say when they did speak, and I was so here for it. Normally smart ass kids like that, I just want to like smack upside the head and be like, what is your parent teaching you? But these girls had this like smart sassy going on, and I was like, they gonna be a handful when they get older. Yes, them kids are gonna be a handful. The next book that I picked was The Guy on the Right by Kate Stewart. I recently finished this one. As a matter of fact, I finished it last night, and I really enjoyed this book. It's about that underdog that you always have, that group of guys that takes that picture and you're like, oh, hey, how you doing? But then it's the guy that you don't necessarily expect to have the love story, to have that goodness. I mean, although those are the guys that are the best, right? I mean, I think you don't always want the pretty face. You don't want the pretty face all the time. You want that guy on the right. And this is the story of that guy on the right getting his love and how they work for it. They become friends first, and then they move into that love aspect, and I was so here for it. So here for it. I love that he has is part of a band, and I don't want to give too much away, but he is part of a band, so he keeps it really mysterious with the main female character on what he actually does in the band, and I was here for that because I was sitting back guessing. I was like, ooh, what does he play? What does he do in the band? I was guessing. And the Spotify playlist for this book is amazing as well. Loved it. I love how Kate does that with her books and her music. She meshes them together, and you have like this playlist going while you're reading because she mentions songs, and then you're like in that scene with that song, and I'm here for it, which is why I loved it so much. And finally, we have Getting Played by Emma Chase. This was an interesting book, and I really enjoyed this book because our main female character is a vlogger. She has a YouTube channel, a lifestyle channel. Hello, I'm here for it. She has a son that is older. I'm here for it. Yes. And then she does a hookup during the summer while she's traveling to her new town and her new, location that she got a contract for, which was amazing. Having fun one night away from her kid, and things happen. She meets a guy who's amazing. He's in a band, and come to find out there's a little more to that. And I was here for this story. I really, really enjoyed it. Now, I do have an honorable mention for this month, but I couldn't put it on the list because it is a second book, and you need to read the first book to completely understand why I put this book as an honorable mention, and I actually would suggest that you read the entire series. So let me stop talking around the bush there and tell you guys that you guys need to go check out The Indefinite Duet by Corinne Michaels. I read Infinite, which is the second book in the Indefinite Duet series, or duet, not series, duet, and the seventh book in the Salvation series by Corinne, and this book was absolutely amazing. Our two main characters are two characters that we had been begging Corinne to write a story for, and in Indefinite, she ripped our little hearts out with the ending, and she pretty much made us bleed and cry all the way through this one as well. And then we got a bittersweet series wrap up, and I was just here for it. I wish I had read both books in July, and then I would have put both of them on there, but honorable mention, you need to go check out this whole entire series, and just so many yeses. Okay, well, that was way longer than it should have been. So this video is going to be like super long because 40 book covers plus the like 20 minutes that I've just been chatting with you guys. Yeah, hopefully, you guys appreciate it. I hope you do. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the books down in the comment section. And you can always time jump and everything like that. Timestamps in the description box. As always, thank you for watching, and we will see you guys later.